Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a haul video for all the cool stuff I got in the month of March, and you're looking at it in April. That's just how it goes these days. Blame the delays due to the high postal traffic. Thank you everybody for tuning in. You can always like, comment, subscribe, be a channel member, or if you want to join my Discord, the link is down below in the description. I would very much appreciate it. Let's get started. Here we have my first Alien Books manga, and it is Kindreo Rock Volume 0. This is the prequel to the main series, which will be coming out soon. That will be 3 volumes long, and this one is pretty interesting. I love the attention to detail of replicating the original tankobon experience. Adding the little dust jacket here to the manga is really good. Binding could be a little bit better, and the print quality isn't necessarily my favorite, but it works, and I am happy that they are experimenting with different series, obviously. So this one is a vampire manga that's all about sex, blood, and the rock and roll lifestyle. This is a series where vampires have become public. I think the story is set 5 years after the big reveal that there are vampires, so society has sort of integrated them and they live among us. However, it is in the wrong if a vampire takes action against a human and consumes blood via murder, so you know things are going to go down, and a pretty interesting release. I am excited to check out more of the series. I like the idea of mixing the whole vampire tropes with music as one of the focus of this manga. From Living the Line and their new Smudge imprint, here we have Manssect from Koga Shinichi. Now this is pretty interesting. It's my very first Smudge book. I missed out on the other ones that have come out so far as of this video. Her Frankenstein, UFO Mushroom. So I may go back, but then if I get those, I will want to, my OCD will work in a way where I see that. And if you look at the opening flap in the book, you get the index of the volumes, so you kind of want to own all the releases to have potentially a complete library of Smudge releases, right? Am I the only one that thinks of that immediately when you see, oh, here's 1, 2, and now a third release in this line? I don't know. Could be a dangerous rabbit hole. We'll see. But we're here to talk about Manssect for a little bit. This is grotesque. It is awful looking, and I love it. It's sort of Kafka-esque with the whole metamorphosis theme running throughout and these mutated insects, but also humans are being transformed into these creatures as well. So looking forward to it. Looks pretty gross and awesome. I love that we are reviving these older classic manga through new imprints. The build of the book is fantastic. I am so excited to have this in my collection. I don't know when I'll get around to talking about this again on the channel, but if you're interested in me making a horror video, let me know in the comment section down below. From Viz Media, we have Otaku Vampires Love Bite Volume 3. This is such a funny, wholesome, nerdy, vampiric series. I can't get enough. Every new volume, I like it more and more. It puts a smile to my face because it doesn't take itself too seriously. It has fun with great characters and a fantastic main protagonist that I think a lot of people can relate to. What more could you ask? Sort of that mix of romance and comedy with the supernatural. It's a win-win for me. I guess we can say that the theme of this whole video is vampires. So if you want me to review any vampire manga, let me know in the comment section. Or if you got some recommendations, some vampiric books I need, do let me know as well. Here we have Call of the Night Volume 19 from one of my favorite mangaka, Kotoyama. We are 1 book away to having the entirety of Call of the Night. I am so excited. It is a great time to be a fan of this series. We have a nearly complete set in English. We have some merch coming out. We have season 2 of the anime. So yeah, I am super excited about that. But Call of the Night, I can't show you too much in here because we're near the end of the series, so I would be spoiling some things if you're keeping up, but it's really good. Not vampires, but it does deal with the night. Insomniacs After School Volume 9. I am not a huge high school romance person, but I love Makoto Ojiro, one of my favorite artists. I can't get enough. It is so visually appealing to me, these character designs and the landscapes and settings. It just looks gorgeous to me. One of my favorite mangaka for sure, and the story's great as well. I highly recommend it. This one will tug at your heartstrings, but also give you some fresh perspectives from people that normally don't star in romantic comedies when it comes to manga. So check it out. From Seven Seas Entertainment, not as wholesome, and it's kind of weird that I placed it this way, but it is what it is. I just pulled the books at random. Imaizumi Brings All the Gals to His House, Volume 2. I actually really liked Volume 1. It has a few random not safe for work scenes, and I found it hilarious that somewhere on the internet they named this the quote-unquote all ages version, which is insane because this is not all ages. But let's just say this is the safer work version of the story. Don't want to look up the original. This one, I think it's pretty wholesome. The idea that this foursome can get along and brighten up their day, and their relationship can continue to evolve and their romance can blossom and all that stuff is really neat. So I do recommend it, but be aware that the origins of this might not be for a good majority of you out there. But if you want to give this series a shot, then by all means go for it. I posted a review of it on this channel for the first volume if you're interested. One of my favorite modern isekai, Yakuza Reincarnation Volume 12. I am so behind on this series, it's not even funny. And so I'm just going to show you some of the art here, looking phenomenal. I love this story, and I think I've read, I've read a handful of volumes, maybe 6 or 7 of them. So I am really behind, but I know I like it, that I'm comfortable in just blind buying future volumes because I know I'll get to them. Action, not safe for work, and a whole lot of macabre goodness. I think that can sum up Succubus and Hitman. Here we have volume 8 of that series. It's like if you mixed John Wick, Death Note, and I don't know, not safe for work material. Maybe throw it in a blender and that's what you get with Succubus and Hitman. It's good. It's a guilty pleasure. It's not going to be for everybody. It can get really dark, I should say. But if you can stomach it and see this as a B-movie action horror series, then yeah, you're going to have a blast with it. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of fighting, volume 15 here of Kemono Jihen arrived. This is a phenomenal shonen battle series with a lot of supernatural elements and yokai lore, which is one of my favorite things in manga. So I love when I get a new volume of Kemono Jihen. And speaking of things I love, Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 6. This is such a wholesome, beautiful series that doesn't get enough love. If you like slice of life, if you are a fan of dinosaurs, if you like just the relaxing nature of like a management simulator games, for example, like a Roller Coaster Tycoon or the Park Zoo game that I'm forgetting right now. If you mix all of that, you get Dinosaur Sanctuary. It has great attention to detail to the characters, to the dinosaurs, to just the overall feel of running a zoo slash park slash research center. I wish this could get an anime or a live action film or something, because it is heavily underrated in my opinion. A fantastic read. From Kodansha, we have 3 books here. The first one being Thunder 3, Volume 3. See what I did there? That's a lot of 3s. I love this one. Yuki Ikeda. People are still discussing if that is an original creator or it could be someone else. I don't know. I really don't know. But all that matters is that we're getting this series in English, and it's super fun, bombastic, silly, sci-fi action goodness with superhero tropes. Go check it out. It's awesome. I think I've talked about Volume 1 here before, so you might want to check out that video on this very channel. Oh my god, I just realized we have another vampire manga. What is happening? Here we have Dracu, Volume 2. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I always get confused with the draw and the Q. I know it's a play on Dracula, but you never know. This is by Chiyo, an artist that really surprised me. I love the art in this series, and it is a damn shame that this series is only 3 volumes. But thankfully, Kodansha is putting them out pretty quickly. Here we have Volume 2 already, and Volume 3 comes out, I believe, in 2 months or so, as of this video. So that is really awesome. If you love werewolves, if you love vampires, if you like sort of that supernatural, and I hate to use this word, Call of the Night, you're gonna love Dracu. It's sort of a Romeo and Juliet type story with the supernatural creatures. Initial D Omnibus Volume 5. So here we have the first 10 volumes of Initial D collected. It's gonna be a really long series to collect, and I recently learned that I don't have room to house all of Initial D, so I really don't know what's going to happen if I'm going to get volume 6 of the Omnis right away, or maybe I'll wait. There are some plans and motions to expand the library a little bit and shift things around, and that could give me the space for it, but I don't want that stress at the moment, and I always fear for these books going out of print. I doubt it. These will stick around for a bit. I know I'll be able to find them easily, but you never know, and that uncertainty is always there on your shoulder when you're collecting and you're consuming these products. But overall, I love Initial D, and it's a damn shame if I don't have room for it, because I would like to collect the entirety of this new omnibus release for this series. Let's do some yen press action. We have here Sister and Giant Volume 3. I think I talked about Volume 1 when it came out of First Impressions. This one is a fun isekai series that has a lot of dark twists and turns. We have a younger character who is small, although let's be fair, she's the regular size of any other human, and her sister, who was a giant exiled from her clan, so now these two girls bonded and formed a sisterhood. So they're not technically biologically related to each other, but it is a wonderful relationship between the two characters, and there are a lot of dark fantasy elements sprinkled throughout that really flesh out this series, and it's not just a funny isekai with a goofy premise of different sized characters. There's more to it, and I think you'll like it if you give it a shot. From Akihito Tomy, Volume 3, and the last one of A Sinner of the Deep Sea. I talked about Volume 1 in a very mermaid-tastic video that I made last year. I'm gonna link it up at the end of this video, because why not? This one is phenomenal. The art on this series is so freaking good. I am a huge fan of supernatural creatures. You might have noticed that by now. Vampires, mermaids, yokai, all that goodness. And this one is pretty dang good. I'm excited to check this volume out. I think I'll like it, but I would have liked this series to have been just a little bit longer, you know? Volume 5 of The Summer Hikaru Died. This is getting an anime on Netflix pretty soon. I don't want to sponsor them or anything on this video, but I do think it's worth checking out. I'm really enjoying this series. A really tense, atmospheric, cosmic horror read. Volume 3 of The Tiger Won't Eat the Dragon Yet. A lot of the series that I highlighted today in this haul video have phenomenal artwork. I cannot state that enough. It just blows my mind, the stuff that Hachi Inaba is doing in this series. It's a little bit kooky, it's a little bit odd. There are some strange sensual overtones sprinkled throughout, but the artistry here, the penmanship, whatever you want to call it, I am in awe. I loved Volume 1 and 2, and this one just looks as great. Obviously, these characters, there are no humans around, and the weird relationship that forms between a tiger and a dragon, which they should not be together, they shouldn't get along, but they do, and they go through a lot of interesting things in this series. Last but not least, I had to do it. I am a fan of Prison School and Akira Hiramoto, so I wanted to support this release, and I was so excited when I saw that Yen Press got it. This is Super Ball Girls Volume 1, written by Muneyuki Kaneshiro, by the way, but this is a weird, not safe for workish premise, and I want to give it a shot. Basically, this kid finds this like jawbreaker ball candy thing or whatever, and he breaks it, and out of the ball, naked lady shows up. And fun rom-com shenanigans start happening. I don't know, but I will be talking about this in a future video, so look forward to that. I don't think I have to worry about censorship because certain areas are not drawn here, because this is slightly ecchi, but not like all the way, I think. Okay, so that's gonna be it. Not the biggest haul in the world, but then again, I'm being a little bit more picky with the stuff I get for my physical manga collection. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Comment down below what you thought, and if there are any books you want me to review, or other books that came out that you got, or even stuff you think I should get that I skipped, all that, please write it down below. I would appreciate it. Don't forget, I do have a Discord server if you want to have some fun and chat with me about all this geeky stuff, or you can join the channel, becoming a member and helping out that way as well. I would be eternally grateful. That is going to be it for now. God bless, stay safe out there. I will catch all of you on the next one.